Time for coffee chat. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday at 10:38. That means it's time for coffee chat. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Coffee and I say I got my hint water. I already drank a whole pot of coffee this morning. And by the time I get to the shop, I'm like, all right, it's time to drink some water. Oh my gosh, is there a fly in here? There better not be. The doors get propped open and then all these flies like get into the shop and it drives me absolutely nuts when they get in my office. I've been shutting my doors to keep them out because I'll be doing a live and they're like flying around my head. You like that? You like that when I popped in and asked about the pufferfish? I kind of had to. It was a little bit of payback. All right. Well, let me jump over to YouTube before I forget. I've been forgetting lately. I get so excited to just be hanging out that I've been forgetting to get over to YouTube and make sure that we are subscribers only. So let me do that real quick. I'm going to switch over to subscribers only so we don't have any issues back here. Let's see. Everybody's popping in. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to switch this over to subscribers only. I'm going to change it to 5 weeks. I noticed I've been doing 5 days and somehow the trolls are still getting I think that they subscribe and then they wait and they wait and then they're like, oh, it's been 5 days. And then they hop on. So now we're going to change it to 5 weeks. That's a long time to wait. That's dedication right there. Okay. So that is fixed. Let me hop over to Facebook and pull up our notes from Christina. Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. If you're over on Facebook or YouTube, come join us on Niknax. I mean, we're not really selling anything today, but I would like to invite you guys to come and join us. All righty. Let's see. Oops, I'm on the wrong account. That's not going to work. I have to switch over to my personal account. All right, let's see. Christina. Let's see. Yes, I just got your other message. I can fix that. I can do that. Okay. So first and foremost, I don't even know. I'm not even at the top of her notes yet, but I feel like it needs to be said. This weekend, this Friday through Monday, was absolutely phenomenal. It was amazing. It was it wasn't even just the marketplace that grew. I feel like we all grew as a community. Everybody was so encouraging and positive and showed up for everybody else. And it was just such an amazing event to experience, to be there. I obviously couldn't be there for every single show. On Sunday, we did a family thing. But I was there as much as I possibly could. And it was incredible. It was an incredible event. And I'm so proud of everybody, not just our live sellers, but our buyers who showed up, our viewers who were there with support, who didn't necessarily buy something, but who were just there supporting our sellers, chatting, engaging. That was phenomenal. Our Buy It Now sellers, we had several Buy It Now listings popping off. So there were sellers selling things who weren't really necessarily involved in the live event, but we were making sales in the Buy It Now. It was just such an amazing weekend. And I am so proud of everyone. I'm so proud of this community and this marketplace. And I appreciate all of you so much. And I hope that you know that. So I just that is first and foremost. I just wanted to let all of you know that. It was incredible. And yes, we are going to have another Paperweight extravaganza. Although I think we may change the name. I think we may change it to something else. Because I did notice extravaganza was getting plucked away by other marketplaces. So I think we're going to change it to something else. But it will still be all paperweights. It will still be all paperweights. And I think it's going to be just as amazing. We're thinking maybe twice a year. We don't want to we don't want to, that's kind of funny. We don't want to over inundate the marketplace. So see, that's one of the things, and I'll just kind of go off on a little tangent real quick. And that's one of the things with Paperweights. And the reason it was such a success is because we it was our first event. And if you oversaturate the market, it's not going to become so successful. So that's something to remember as sellers. See, there's Bandit right there. Please not too soon. I'm broke. So that's something to remember as sellers. Save up those good paperweights for the next event. You don't want to oversaturate the market. When you find a niche like that, and this is something I've found with paperweights, because I do have my paperweight sales. I think this is my 4th or 5th one, but I give time in between. Because I want it to build up. I want to make sure that the paperweights that I have are good paperweights. But also you don't want to saturate your market, because then, they're not as exciting. It's not as important. And that goes with anything. That goes with anything. I feel like the glass market has really been saturated, and that's why you see a lot of the prices in certain glass categories coming down, is because things get saturated. So you want to play your cards right. So we're going to do paperweights twice a year. And so we're thinking maybe towards Christmas time. Save up those special paperweights. It'll be very special. You guys have time. If you're out and you buy a paperweight collection and, there's 3 or 4 special ones in there, put them aside. And make sure you store them up. I think it's going to be amazing. So we do have that in the works. We will probably won't be announcing it until closer to. That's quite a few months away, but I want it to be on everybody's radar. In the meantime, we do have another big event, similar to a paperweight event, kind of, on our minds. So we're kind of working on that behind the scenes, and we're going to be nailing that down probably in the next few weeks. But it's going to be, I think, equally exciting and equally as big for our marketplace and our growth, and our community. So, stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we have grown beyond 23,000 members, which is so exciting. So exciting. We are the largest marketplace here on District, which is an incredible accomplishment since we've only been here since November. And we continue to grow. We continue to grow with our positive vibes and our sense of community. And I think that's really important. Yeah, well, it's all of us. It's all of us together. I could not do it without all of you. I couldn't do it without all of you. So it's a team effort. It really is. It's a team effort. Oh my gosh, Bandit, you bought over 235 paperweights. Oh my goodness. You're going to have to create an amazing, display. You're going to have a black light display, because I know some of them glow. If you don't already, a black light display, a regular display, some of those twirly displays, the light up display. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. I think Bandit deserves a trophy. A trophy. We have over 3,000 sellers now, 3,090 to be exact. So I have added some sellers over the past week. Welcome to our new sellers. Thank you for being here. It's very exciting to have you. I have been slower to add sellers, not because I don't want more sellers on the marketplace, but I feel like we have a good growth, and we want to keep. There's always a balance. There's a balance between buyers and sellers, and if as you've seen with Whatnot, they grew too fast in sellers and not too fast in buyers. And so there's not a balance there. that's kind of what you've seen is it's off balance. At least it seems that way to me. I don't know if that's actually the case, but I feel like it seems off balance. So we're trying to keep a balance. So we're watching the analytics and all of that. So we have added new sellers that I think are going to be a great addition to the marketplace. As I've said previously, if you have an application that has been sitting, send me a message. I actually got a couple of messages from a few sellers who have been sitting for a while, and I didn't have an application from them. They're like, hey, I applied, months ago, haven't heard anything, and I didn't even have an application. So if that's the case, send me a message. I will look into it. I can't promise that I'm going to do it today or tomorrow, but within the next week, I will look. We'll look into it, and we can do a little investigating and figure out what's going on. I think I'm still a few months out, but I've kind of been randomizing it a bit. And as I've said before, if you, yes, I do have to get on Mainly Made. Christina and I have some thoughts and plans for that. We've been going back and forth, and we have some fun stuff planned for Mainly Made. So stay tuned for that. Yes. So, I forget where I was going with that, but yeah. So let me get on to the next one. The next note is Fast Friday Freight Train is something we started last week with Paperweights, and that's why it suddenly was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, because we wanted to include the Fast Friday Freight Train, and so we're doing that again this week. And so the Fast Friday Freight Train is kind of based on the theme of the week, which this week is red, white, and blue. I chose red, white, and blue because I know July 4th is still a few weeks away. And if someone wants to scoop something up for a 4th of July celebration, for a table setting, for just decor, I wanted to give them some time so that they could receive it, they could decorate with it, and all of that. So this week's theme is red, white, and blue. We also have 4th of July, which is a tag anybody can use. That is featured on our homepage. So the red, white, and blue is a little bit more curated. I'm picking the tags for that. And then 4th of July, anybody can pick. You can tag your stuff with 4th of July. So if you have something that's patriotic, if it's red, white, and blue themed, you can tag it 4th of July. Just please be smart about tagging it 4th of July. Don't be tagging this yellow rose bowl is this is 4th of July, because it's not. Okay? Don't do that. All right, let's see. What else do we have over here? Yeah, Fast Friday Freight. I'm going to be kicking that off. Again, I'm thinking I'm going to do an hour time slot, so a 6 to 7. I'm going to be traveling that day, so I'm hoping I get back in time to do that. There may be a last minute switch, and Christina may kick it off, but we'll kind of play it by ear. I'm hoping that I can be the one to kick it off. I would love to be the one to kick it off, but it just depends on how my trip goes. I'm just going to roll right in and jump to it. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Yeah, the 15-minute spots are fun because it keeps people moving. It's fun. It's fun because it's fresh and it's okay, we're on to the next seller. We're on to the next seller. And it gives our members and our viewers an opportunity to see what our sellers have to offer and how they curate and how they interpret the theme, which is really neat. All right. So, let's see. Oh, we have a new channel. Did we create it already? Is it there? Did you make it? Christina, did you make it already? I don't see it. You did? I have to refresh. Oh, you did. Look at that. Okay, we have a new chat channel. Christina has made it. It is new this week on Niknax. So every week I create an announcement. I call it New This Week on Niknax. It sends out an email blast to all of our members. Whether that goes into your junk or it goes straight to you, I do not know. But I send out a New This Week on Niknax every single week. Kind of a quick update on, I know there's so many channels, but it basically sends out a quick thing about the marketplace. So basically like, hey, this is our theme of the week. This is an upcoming event. This is our featured seller, which this week is Crazy Over Vintage. Check it out. They have she has some really amazing stuff. And so go check that out. So that's what that is. Also mentioning that we have 61,000 listings and that most sellers will accept reasonable offers. So do not be shy. So that is your weekly reminder. Yes. Do handmade sellers sell on both? Yes, they sell on both. They sell on both if they are approved on both, which we're trying to get some cohesiveness between the two marketplaces. That is something that we are working on. So that is a new chat channel. And the reason we created that is because every week when I post a new update, the previous update is wiped out. So this will give people a chance that you can go to new this week on Niknax and you can see like, hey, I want to look back at last week's update, which I don't feel like there's anything real important in there, but if you wanted to go back and see what the previous update was or this week's update, you can, at least, and that's the bottom tab now. That is now the bottommost tab in chats. So we have that. And that's something we talked about a while ago and I never did. So thank you, Christina. All right. Okay. So we have the Color Carnival coming up on the 22nd and 23rd of June. That is our next big Niknax event following up Paperweights, the Color Carnival. So we gave our sellers the opportunity to either choose one color or rainbow. I haven't picked yet. I should probably make a decision on that. Like, what do I want to do? I feel like I'm going to go rainbow because I just love color. But yes, so that is coming up. It is full. I think we have a waiting list on that. But that is the Color Carnival. So that's going to be a really fun event. The Niknax events are always a blast. I think everyone has a lot of fun, even if you're not necessarily in the actual live sales. We encourage all of our sellers to get involved. What I'm going to do for this event is I am going to create the tags and build out the homepage and sort everything by color. So we'll let people shop by color. I think that'll be really fun for the day. Or for the weekend. It's the weekend. So we'll have like it all sorted by color. So that'll be really fun. After that, we do have the Handmade Market, and Christina and I are working on a train for that. So we are going to be doing a train for the Handmade Market, which is something new, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I actually created the graphic today. So stay tuned for that announcement. It will be open for our handmade makers only. So if you make something, you will be involved. See, with your hands, if you make something, you can be involved in that train. It's not open to just our average sellers selling vintage. It's only for handmade makers. Okay. So that is going to be on the day of Handmade Market, where we switch our entire homepage over to all handmade. Okay. And it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited for this train. I just came up with the idea this morning on my second cup of coffee, and I texted Christina and I'm like, oh my God, you're not going to believe the idea I just had. And then it was history. The rest was history. That's how quickly we come up with ideas. We're like, oh, this is a great idea. Let's coffee chats at 10:30. Let's make it happen. So it's happening. She was like, oh my, no, it was OMG. It was like 3 separate lines. She's like, that's a good one. So Handmade Market does not fall on the same weekend as the Color Carnival. It's actually the weekend after. So it will be the following Friday. It's the 28th. It is the 28th. Yes. So it's 2 separate weekends, which I kind of like. I like having that separation because I feel like everything it's such a crazy weekend, especially as the admin team. It's wild. It's crazy. So it is going to be a little bit mixed up this month, and I like it. I like it a lot. So that'll be great. That'll be wonderful. So next we have, let me see, the next Niknax event in July, which isn't really the next Niknax event. We're having the Tutti Frutti train. And the date for that is, maybe the next one is the next one actually, I'm so confused. Yeah, the Tutti Frutti is the next one. That is July 20th and 21st. Yes, the next one is the Color Train. That is June 22nd and 23rd. And then after that is Tutti Frutti. That one is July 20th and 21st. That one is filled up again. And then after that, we've come up with a name for the one that's after that. We had already talked about the theme, which is holiday themed. And it is going to be July 27th and 28th. We have given you the assignment to either pick a holiday or do all the holidays. So you can do either or, and I think that's a lot of fun. So it's July 27th, 28th, and we've decided on the name for it is going to be the Holiday Mixer. Is everybody excited for that? So it will be the Holiday Mixer, and you can pick you can pick Easter, you can pick Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, which is a little bit harder, but you could pick whatever you want, or you could just mix them all together. Like if you can't find enough for one specific holiday for 30 minutes, and the reason we did this was actually after talking to Sandy about how it's hard for some people to like pick one. This was after the zoo. It was hard for some people to find one specific animal. And we were like, okay, well, let's widen it. Let's give people the opportunity. Those who like the thrill of the hunt of finding one specific thing, go for it. If you want to broaden and be able to just go out and find holiday stuff, go for it. So I think that was a wonder. Yeah, Festivus for the rest of us. Let's do it. So you can pick any of the holidays. All right. So signups will go out for the Holiday Mixer. Are you ready for this? Holiday Mixer, the dates are July 27th and 28th. Those are the dates. The signups will go out tomorrow, Wednesday, June 12th at 8:32 p.m. Pacific / 5:32 p.m. Eastern. That's what's relevant to me. 5:32 p.m. Eastern. Set a reminder in your phone. Set your reminders. Do all, because don't miss the signups. Don't miss the signups. Okay? This is me telling you. 5:32 p.m. Eastern. Set it for a few minutes before, so when that spreadsheet drops, you're in there. Make sure your app is updated for spreadsheets and make sure you're ready to go. Okay? No excuses. Be ready for it. One thing we did notice with the last train, Christina and I tested it out a little bit. No, it's 8:32 Pacific. Don't do that to me, Stacy. 8:32 p.m. Pacific, 5:32 p.m. Eastern. Oh, is it backwards? Did she do it backwards? Oh, I'm reading what Christina wrote me. It was too early in the morning. I'm like, what? You guys are right. Christina, don't do that to me. I'm just reading what she wrote. Don't do that to me, guys. It's backwards. It's the other way around. It's 8:32 p.m. Eastern. So set your calendars for that one. I'm sorry, Christina. You're under the bus. It is tomorrow, Wednesday, June 12th. Look at the Gazette. She says, look at the Gazette. Everybody look at the Gazette. Okay, so when Christina and I were together in Madison Bachville, when we were together, we had the signups for, I think it was Tutti Frutti. And one thing we noticed were, because she's like, we get to watch it live. And I'm like, we get to watch it live. She's like, oh yeah. So basically we have the spreadsheet open, and when she posts it, we have eyes on it, and we're watching everybody hop in and so we're watching. And so we're watching everybody jump around. And then As soon as it's done, she's getting messages from people like, oh, this person, that blah, blah, blah. And so we started testing it to see like, okay, so how is this happening? And one thing we noticed about the spreadsheets is when two people are writing in the thing at the same time and then they both hit enter, it does appear that people are writing over each other. So don't get too, I'm the quokka. You are the quokka. You are the quokka. So please try not to get too like fussy with people. Everybody just be kind and respectful of everybody else. Don't be purposely writing over anybody else. I know it's chaotic. It is chaotic as soon as everybody jumps in there. And just know that Christina and I are watching and we're keeping an eye on things. And if we see anything suspicious, we've said it before, we'll say it again. If you are purposely writing over other people, there are consequences. So we're watching you. But I don't think we've had any serious issues. But yes, we will have eyes on that tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. As a reminder, we are doing 2 trains a month for the summer. So we have 2 trains a month for the summer. So I just want to remind you guys, if you've been in a train already this month, consider the other people. We are bringing in more sellers. There's more people coming on. Consider like maybe, oh, you know what? I was in this train. Maybe I'll sit this one out and let somebody else have the opportunity. You don't have to. I'm not saying like you have to do that, but it's just something to consider that maybe, if you're in every single train or, like I know it's really fun to be a part of, but just, something to think about. And you won't be judged if you want to be on. Like, I don't blame you. It's fun to be on the train. It's fun to be on the train. But yeah, just a thought. But we are doing more trains. We have the Friday freight train for people to get involved in, which is a lot of fun. It's really fast paced. We're doing 2 trains a month. We have another big event coming up. That's, in addition to the Paperweight train, it's going to be similarly structured. And hopefully, it's going to be amazing. So just things to think about as far as that goes. Let's see. 4th Friday Market will be the theme for Fast Friday Freight on June 28th. I already talked about that. Signups will go out today at 8:32 p.m. Pacific, 5:32 p.m. Eastern. I missed that. I missed it. The holiday. I'm sorry, Jennifer Lab Mama. It went too fast and I can't scroll up. Great eye finds. Groovy Tuesday is doing another Groovy newbie train on 7/16. I love that. Thank you for posting that. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. If you were not a part of the last Groovy Tuesday newbie train, it's really awesome where experienced sellers are kind of paired with newbies, and they work together. And I think it's an amazing opportunity for people who are new to going live and being involved in trains to kind of get a feel for how things work. So I think that'll be amazing. You will each split your time with a buddy. So fantastic. And what was the date for that again? That was July 16th. Okay, cool. So everybody mark your calendars for that because we don't have notifications yet for that. All right. So we also have, 4th Friday Market for the Handmade Market. Signups will go out today at 8:32 Eastern, and 5:32 Pacific. I got it. Nailed it. I was like, what? All right. I nailed it that time. It just took me a little processing, even after a whole pot of coffee. I'm going to take another sip of water. It's all in the Gazette. Christina says it's all in the Gazette. Just read the Gazette. All right. So let's see. Always check district announcements, and the Gazette for updates. Two important chats to check out. I mean, they're not all like you must check. Okay, important reminders for this week. This is where we get real and we have to do real talk. Okay, so one of the reminders for this week is IDing items. I don't know if you guys know Nat and Kid from Over on Whatnot. Maybe you've heard of her. Hey! She has joined our ranks. I mean, she's become a member here on Niknax. And she is very angry with, no, I'm just kidding. She's not very angry with all of you. She is, no, I missed that, Andrew. I missed that. I will open up for questions, but I know if I don't get through this, I will not. But I'm trying to get through it really fast so I have time for questions today. So no, she is really angry with everybody. Christina says no, she is. She's not very, she doesn't get angry. She is very, very good. Maybe an expert. we will say expert on Blinko. And she has been looking through our Blinko listings. Expert. She has been looking through our Blinko listings, and we've got some explaining to do. So I want to encourage everybody to look at your listings if you have them marked as Blinko. There are tools on the Blinko website. We can go to the Blinko website, and there are catalogs that you can look through, and you can actually see the different catalog numbers. So I want to encourage you all that if you have a piece that you think is Blinko, go and find it in the catalog. Otherwise, do not call it Blinko. There are so many pieces out there that look like Blinko. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, this is probably Blinko, and Nat's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, okay. So I've resorted to the fact that if it's not signed Blinko, and if it does not have a sticker, I do not call it Blinko. It's not Blinko. It could look exactly like Blinko. But if it does not have a sticker and it does not have a marking on the bottom, I do not call it that. So I want everybody to look through their listings. I have alerted our quality control, and he was going to start sending out messages to our sellers who may have suspicious listings. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about it in our coffee chat and let everybody know that, just go through your listings. I think we have 3 or 4 pages of Blinko because I did do a listing search for Blinko. Can we say style? I don't know. See, that's like, I don't know. Nat, how do we feel about style? Logan's like, no. All right. Logan has spoken. Logan has said no. Christina, no. Nope. That's spamming. Okay. So the answer is probably not. Let's not do that. No reproductions, no not style. I mean, think of other words that you can use to describe your piece. I always encourage art glass, hand blown, MCM, mid-century modern. Like there's so many other keywords you can use. And if you are convinced that your piece is Blinko, go look at the catalogs. I mean, spend that time to research it if it's that important to you. But don't be just throwing Blinko in there willy-nilly. It's the same as Murano. Don't be just throwing it in there willy-nilly, okay? So let's make Nat proud, please, everybody. Let's make her proud. I'm requesting this of you. Otherwise, we're going to start cracking down. All right. No, also we have the ID Me chat channel. If you post it in there, somebody may know. They might be like, oh, that's catalog number, blah, blah, blah. And then you can just go straight to that catalog and look, and so that's helpful as well. So try to utilize those ID channels, and you can definitely go from there. All right. So there you go. See, now I told you I'd tell them that you were mad. I didn't say that though. But we do value our listings being correct. So I do appreciate you bringing that up to me. Let's see. Reminder, please do not flood chats with direct messages. If it can be a direct message to another seller, if you're like posting it in the main general chat and you could just direct message a specific seller, do that. Don't like flood the chat channels with like direct messages. Like, hey, Christina, I sent you a message over on Facebook. Go check your messages. But also I could have just like, so don't be doing that. Okay. Let's remember our social medias. Remember to tag Niknax and district.net. I did see that could have been a DM, Jocelyn. It was a DM. It was a DM on Facebook. Okay. And then I told you about it on Niknax because you didn't answer it quickly enough. All right. So, I noticed that District was sharing a lot of our reels and posts this weekend to their Instagram when you guys were tagging them, district.net, their stories. They were sharing it in their stories. So don't forget to tag district.net. That's spelled out DOTNET, district.net, and also Niknax Marketplace. For some reason, I must have broke through some like algorithm on Facebook. And now when you guys tag Niknax Marketplace, it's actually showing up in my notifications, because before it would go into this limbo and I would never see being tagged. And now when you tag Niknax Marketplace on Facebook, it shows up in my notifications. So I can actually see when you guys are tagging me half the time. It's only half the time. But then I can actually share it on Niknax, which is awesome. So if you're out on social media, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram and you're tagging Niknax, I am able to share it. So please tag. I like when you guys tag me, because then I can see it and I can share it and I can help promote you. And that makes me happy. And also tag Crazy Lamp Lady as well. Because that makes me happy. Okay, summer vacation. I love that you guys are using this summer vacation event. We do have a chat channel for summer vacation. This is like, it's a Niknax event, but it's not a train. So this is a summer-long event to try to combat that summer slowdown. And so we are doing the summer vacation event. And the purpose of this is to encourage our sellers to bring us on their vacations, which I love. I love going on these vacations. It's always fun when you see that thumbnail to be like, oh, I wonder where we're going. I think we went to the Outer Banks. We were at the Outer Banks looking at bangles the other day. That was really exciting. Do we have any scheduled? Are there any more scheduled? Where are we going next? Does anybody know? I know Lakeshore. Lakeshore and Owl B took us to the lake, but they didn't use the thumbnail, so it only half counted. But it was amazing. The sunset was phenomenal. It was amazing, and I loved it so much. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'm like, next time you use the summer vacation, because I know people will be like, oh, summer vacation, where are you taking us? You're taking us to this amazing sunset on a lake. It was incredible. So when you see that thumbnail, get excited because you're going somewhere new. So if you see, I have a sale scheduled tomorrow. I might push it back though. I think it's scheduled for 4:00. I might do it a little bit later. Sunset for the win. So I have a sale scheduled Wednesday at 4:00. I think I might push it back. I usually do my shop to shop. Ooh, Jolie Flips Vintage taking us to France. I love it. So yes, I am going to be doing one tomorrow. I mean, it's nothing really exciting, but I'm going to take you guys somewhere new. So I think I'm probably going to push it back to 6. So stay tuned because it might get pushed back a little bit. It just depends on where I'm at and what I'm doing tomorrow. So I am going to do that because I want to be a part of it. I feel like I got that FOMO, like I'm missing out on this cool thing that everybody's doing. And it was our idea, so I should be a part of it. All right, so we're almost to the end of the notes, and then I will take questions. Okay, so I'm going to introduce our admins again and our roles as admins, because I feel like there's some confusion of who's who and what their roles are. And I just want to like get the confusion out of the way. My name is Jocelyn. I am the Crazy Lamp Lady. I am the founder and the owner of Niknax. Niknax is a marketplace on District. District is the platform, but I own Niknax, and I make all the decisions here. So I'm kind of like the owner of Niknax. I'm the person who sees all the things most of the time. I like to know what's going on. So that's me, CEO. Yeah, that's really official though. That's a little too fancy of a name. I birthed Niknax. Niknax is my fourth child. And then we have Mary. Mary is our, Mary is also like all seeing. She's like the all-seeing Mary. She's in all of the chats. She's even in district support, and she's responding to people. She sees all. She's responding to messages. She's helping with orders. She's doing all the things. But I want to remind all of you that if you're having issues with orders, like, this item arrived broken, or, I'm having issues with the seller, that needs to go to district support. That's not a Mary issue. Mary can help with a lot of things, but that's not part of her job. She doesn't do that. She helps with lots of things. She helps, answer questions around the marketplace. She helps point people in the right direction. She is amazing in all the things she does, but that's not her job. She does not help you with claims against other sellers and that sort of thing. So you need to go to district support for that. All right. And then we have Logan, who is our quality control. So if you are listing your Blanco incorrectly, you can expect to get a message from Logan. If you are listing your Murano incorrectly, you can expect to get a message from Logan. It's not a bad thing. It's not the end of the world. You don't need to be like, oh my God, I got a message. It's our way of keeping the marketplace whole, like keeping the integrity there. We want to make sure that it's a safe place for collectors, to make sure that our sellers are representing the marketplace as the best it can be. With the Paperweight train, I know that we had collectors coming over and checking things out. And I just, I want to make sure that we are showing our best face and, the best reputation. Exactly. I want us to have a good reputation with collectors, and I want to make sure that we are representing ourselves the right way. And so that means making sure that our listings are on point. And so Logan does send out messages saying, hey, this is not actually what you have it listed as. Can you please correct it? If you don't correct it, we will delete your listing. We give you that opportunity to correct it. If it's not corrected, we will delete it. So we actually had to do that the other day. And a few times, but we give you that opportunity to correct it, to post it in the ID me, to get an ID on it. And if you don't follow the steps, if you don't take the steps to correct it, to do the research, to do all that, we will delete your listing. Okay. And that's not just, that's for the betterment of the community as a whole. Yes, it's for the whole community, and it's also for you as a seller, because if somebody gets a piece, under the guise that, oh my gosh, this is Murano, and then they post it somewhere and turns out it's not Murano, they could come back on you. They could come back on the oh, I got this on Niknax. They said it was Murano. It's a bad reflection of us. It's a bad reflection of you as a seller. It's just a bad look. So we want to try to avoid that by making sure that we're on top of it. Obviously, we can't catch everything. But we do try to keep an eye on things. All right. let's see. I should continue talking about our team. And then we have Christina. I'm like, oh, what's next on the notes? I got on such a tangent. I forgot what I was doing. Christina, she is our train conductor. She conducts our trains. So Christina handles all of our events. That is what Christina does. So don't be reaching out to Christina about just general marketplace questions like, how do I go live? Or where do I go to do this? Or, hey, what's the name of the Facebook page that's for Niknax? Don't reach out to Christina about applications. That's something that Mary can help with. So Christina handles events. She is the event coordinator. She is the conductor. So she handles all things events. When you are reaching out to her about events, it goes to her email. You must send her an email. I've told her a million times. I've told her, don't respond to messages regarding events because we don't want your Niknax inbox being filled with questions about events, because she does need to respond to that. And I believe I'm kind of like on this like path of thinking that we may need to create one for Mary as well. So we're all going to have email addresses. So can we have a chat for buyer question? So that we have a general chat. And also you can send direct messages to sellers if that's important. All right, but I got to finish this. Oh, wait, no. Then we have Brandon and then we have Katie, and they handle a lot of our marketing. They help respond to questions on Facebook. They post a lot of our social media content and stuff like that. So you'll see Katie Neese and Brandon. Sometimes in the chat, they are admins. And then, of course, we have our moderators. We have Peter, Stacy, Pixie Sticks, and we have My Flippin' Van Life. For now, those are our moderators. So they can also remove chats. If somebody's misbehaving, they can remove chats. They have the ability to ban people from them. I think you guys have the ability to ban from the marketplace. It's kind of a powerful position. It's pretty powerful. They've got the power. So now I think I've got it covered. And then Andrew's out there hanging out. He's the lurker. He's lurking on all of it. He's the man behind the scenes. Okay, please share in the chat. Please share in the chat some of your Niknax highlights. Things you love about Niknax. I like that. She added that. It's fantastic. That's wonderful. Community. Oh, I love seeing that one. Friendly buyers and sellers. That's awesome. Peter is the highlight. Honesty. Oh. Such great answers. I love it. All right, so we've got one last note on here, and that is upcoming events. So I'm going to show you guys the event calendar real quick. Let's pull you over here. Here is our event calendar. So currently we are in May. Let's switch this over to June. Obviously, we just wrapped up the Paperweight train. Today is going to be the Groovy train. We've got the Groovy train happening. Tomorrow is the jewelry train. I think the all aboard train was canceled, so we're going to have to take that one off. That one was canceled, but we have the Fast Friday freight train. And then this weekend is the Itty Bitty train and the She Shed Man Cave train happening this weekend. The Itty Bitty train is going to be a fun one. We go together, Grease and Lightning. And then next week we have a Manic Monday train. That's going to be fun. I think Putty and Nena are doing the Manic Monday train, I think. Oh, wait, it might say if I hover it. Yeah, Nena and my petite. There we go. I should have known I could just hover over it. So yeah, and then on 21st. Wait a second. This is on the wrong date. I think it should go here. So this will be Handmade Market. This will be Handmade Market. And we'll do a train on that day, I think. Are we doing the Handmade Market? I'm confused. We'll figure it out. It's all good. We will figure it out. I think that Christina did say on the 21st, we will be doing a Handmade Market train. And then on the 28th, we will do another, maybe, I don't know. We'll talk about that. We'll figure it out. But I have another idea in mind. So, all right. So there you go. We have a few minutes for questions. Oh, you're going to switch it. Okay. We have a few minutes for questions. So I will take a few questions. Any luck getting Andrew to start a marketplace? No. No. He's like not into it. Maybe we'll see. Yes, I discussed that earlier in the coffee chat. We actually have an event that we're going to be planning. And then actually that's going to be in Niknax, but it's going to be to promote Mainly Made. And then we could jump over and maybe start that as a regular train over in Mainly Made. Yes, you can do your own. Yes, absolutely. Yes, for sure. I would love to see that. Is quality control limited to glass only? It is not. It is not. I just use glass as an example because that's right on the top of my head. It's like what I'm thinking about all the time. Glass. Rocks, gems, and minerals. It's a lot of work to have a successful marketplace. It's a lot of work. I am on all the time. All the time. The bid button is very sensitive. It is something that I have brought up many times, and I'm hoping that we can get that fixed. Okay. Verified by research. Yeah. I mean, if you want to post it in the ID Me or post it on the marketplace, the calendar is fixed. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Yes, district is working on it because I think I bring it up every meeting we have. I'm like, so that bid button. Okay, awesome. Logan verified it. Perfect. The countdown to wait to bid makes it hard to participate. I'm not sure what you mean. There shouldn't be a countdown to wait to bid. You should be able to bid, and then it's a soft close, which means that it refreshes, and then you have if you bid again, it's a soft close. Drafts, absolutely. I think that's on the list of things. How are things with application processing? I approved several last week. If you want to send me a note about your specific application, send me a DM and I will look into it. I did have several people message me after last coffee chat, and a few didn't even have applications in. There's a wait sometimes to bid again. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. 3-second wait to bid again. I did not know that. Interesting. I'm gonna, to keep you from bidding against yourself. It's when the clock resets. Okay, so it's when the clock resets. So I see. Okay, so you do have more time. It's not like you got 3 seconds before it ends and then you're locked out of bidding. You still have 7 seconds afterwards to bid. Yes, you can. Okay, if you do that, can you include the catalog number in your title though? I think that would be really helpful. And it would benefit you because then collectors who are possibly searching for that item on Google will get connected with your listing because our listings are cataloged with Google. So people searching on Google can find our Niknax listings. So if you include the catalog number in your listing, you have a higher chance of getting searched for on Google. Yes, you can change an expired listing to buy it now. I can probably show you how to do that. Let me see if I can figure that out. Give me 1 second. Marketplaces. How do I do that? Listings. I can turn you guys around here. So I have a bunch here. If I go to expired, and I have all these listings, and like, I'm not actually going to do this because I love this thing. But if I was to click on this and it's in expired, I can come down here and click convert to buy it now. And then I have the option over here to turn this into a buy it now. I just click this, I change the pricing, and then I post the item. And it is a buy it now. Ta-da! So that's how you do it. What?
It smells like farts in here.
No, it doesn't. You're so full of it. It smells like farts. He comes in and says, saying, hi. He says it smells like farts. At least he's feeling better.
No, I just went back by. Oh, we have internet at the other building now.
Oh, fantastic. We just got internet at the other building.
Yeah, so that's in. We'll have to discuss some things about it over there, but.
Okay, cool.
Well, they still have all their stuff in there.
Oh, okay.
So, and they haven't cleaned up the sawdust and stuff. I can't start moving stuff until they get their stuff out of there. So I got to get a hold of Greg and figure that out.
Everyone's saying it's because you brought the fart in here.
No.
Does anyone have any more questions? Because we've got a raid to do. To add categories under kitchen. So I know it's so tough. We need to so part of the reason I want to redo the tags and the categories. I want to redo tags and categories, but also I'm kind of hoping that district is going to redo tagging and categories. And so I've been holding off on revamping all of our tags and categories because it's going to be a project. And it'll take everyone relearning all of our tags and categories. So part of the problem is, I think when I started the marketplace and I started the tags and categories, I was just kind of like haphazardly adding things and doing things. And so now it seems really disorganized. And so now I want to like organize everything and get it all set up the way I would have done it if I knew what I was doing when I started. But I'm kind of hoping that district is going to do an upgrade to the tagging and categorizing feature before that. But I'm kind of like, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have that conversation with them today. And if that is too far out on the pipeline, getting, an upgrade to that, then we'll just go through with upgrading the tagging. And if we do that, I'll probably set it up somewhat like I have it over on, Mainly Made, which let me show you real quick how the tagging is on that, because I think I've showed you guys before. Who's he talking to? He's talking to a man, and I don't know. I don't know who that would be. Why is it not working? Let's just do this. All right, let me turn you guys around. Okay, so here is Mainly Made. Let me see my listings. So if I was to find one of my bracelets. Here we go. And of course, I don't have any bracelets in Mainly Made right now. I got to list some more over there. But if I was to take this and scooch this over to Mainly Made, these are the tags I have over there. And I think I've shown you guys before. This is how I want to set up the tagging in Niknax. So you have everything sorted by category first. So this is the category it would land in, and then the item that it is. So for instance, accessories, you have zipper pulls, you have pens, keychains, magnets. You have under beauty, you have soap, lotion, coffee, you have a coffee pot, coffee set, but everything's sorted by category first, so that when you are going to tag your item, you're searching first by category and then tagging it appropriately. So in this instance, we tag it bracelet, beaded, and I think that'll be it. So then I would just hit save changes. And now it's over in Mainly Made instead of into Niknax. So now I've switched it into that marketplace. So that's kind of what I want to do for Niknax. You can see that the structure is a little bit different, but that's how, like, after doing it with Niknax, I learned, like, this is the way it should be done. And so that I had a better idea of how to do it. So we actually got a call from the distributor that the banana flavoring for the chocolate banana is out until July. So we're waiting. They did offer to get like a different flavoring from a different supplier, but it wouldn't be the same. So we're waiting. I know. So we're waiting for it to get back in stock, because we have to have that banana for it to be that coffee. We still have the chocolate bunny, which is chocolate banana without the banana. But I know it's not the same. It's not the same. All right. Well, I think we're going to raid now. I just want to remind everybody, if you still have questions that I did not get to, you can post them in both the seller chat, the general chat. If you have questions about an application, you can send me a message and I will look into it. But I appreciate all of you. It was an amazing weekend. I'm looking forward to things to come. I think we're going to do great things together. Dare I ask? I have my meeting today. We'll find out how much closer we are, but I'm hoping, Annie. I know. And every time I bring it up, I'm like, okay, well, I need to tell Annie something. How close are we? Are we getting closer? Are we getting closer? So we're getting there, Annie. We're getting there. I'm going to be so excited when I can tell you, guess what, Annie? We have the UK. And it'll make my day. It'll make my day to say that to you. We don't yet. That was just me pretending like when the day comes. That was me like getting ready for it. All right. We've had a bunch of international sales. Oh yeah, absolutely. We have international sales all the time. I think I sold several things to Sydney the other day. All right. Well, on that note, we are going to do a raid. Here we go. End stream and raid. I think we're raiding over into Cindy. Is that correct, Mary? Okay, cool. All right, let's go. And I will see all of you tomorrow. Like I said, I may swap my time. It might move from 4 to 6. I don't know yet, but it will be a summer vacation destination live. So here we go. Let's go see Cindy.